What to do when the person on top of your closed guard, when you get your closed guard,
Never.
never, is stalling you out, is just hunkering down,
Yeah,
hugging you,
This is the old lay and pray technique.
holding here probably. elbows to knees.
Imagine this situation with a tournament. You took me down, then you were here for 5 minutes. And then a lot of tournaments in the mid 2000s were won this way.
I'm winning. It's on you to.
Yeah.
It's on you to make it happen.
Yeah, pretty much. So this happens a lot. Then there's also like times where like they'll get something like these lapel grips and you shove them there, and like you're really like stuck. Yeah. So things to do from here. One thing is like how much can I open an elbow is gonna matter. If I can start getting my arm, and also it depends how mean you want to be. Sometimes you can just really put your the point of your elbow on their ear as you get this frame through. But if I can get a frame on this side and start pushing, then I can start doing stuff like this, and either come out to like a more advantageous close guard or open guard situation, or just go straight into the omoplata. So let's go over that real quick. So I'm just gonna get a frame here. Once I get the frame, my foot's gonna go to the hip, and I can start coming out. This way, if you're like you're holding on, still holding on to this grip,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this to get the omoplata, or sometimes I can catch. Might be able to catch.
Yeah, I should be letting go of this thing already, but
Yeah.
I kind of committed when I was in the guard.
Yeah, so like this kind of stuff's gonna happen, or this kind of stuff's gonna happen. Another option is, can I underhook? Can I underhook and start getting like this kind of grip here? So can I get underneath one side, even if it's a shallow one, and I'm just gonna connect my hands. Once I do that, I can start almost like a old school self-defense situation, walking back, then I can get a butterfly hook. And if Matt still is like concerned with like just body locking or just squeezing me, I can start trying to just roll him with my butterfly hook. So I'm just gonna elevate and chop.
The movement you do, we talked about this recently. It's not a shrimp, it's that stiff leg one, right?
Yeah. So here and here, I'm here, and I'm just gonna open, and you just like side to side here until I feel my knee dropping through this gap here. That means there's enough room for me to do this. And now I can even like walk back a little bit more. Matt's really off balance now. His hips in front of his knees. Now we can start taking him over. I think those two are your best options.
I agree. Another thing sometimes happens, it almost happened accidentally there, are those wrist locks.
Yeah, those wrist locks. You can also try to like shove their head through into like a loop choke or guillotine kind of situation. But those can
It
get
can be
tough.
hard to get over the back of the head because
Yeah.
they'll just jam. What that means, we're talking about the wrist lock is when the hands are in the armpits, especially, yeah, you can sometimes catch, it's when it's this bent, is
Yeah.
you catch the, so you just grab hold of the bicep. You can get them trapped on your bicep, or especially if they're holding the lapel, and then you can crunch in on them here. So my thigh was jamming the back of the elbow.
And then he's keeping my wrist bent. So doing on this side, I think this is
Yeah.
better.
You can sometimes even get your hand inside.
Yeah.
And if they grab you back, then you get them
Bah.
here. If they, I know a guy who would do this all the time. If you have the lapels like this,
Yeah.
he would bend your elbow and then come like that.
That's just spiteful.
And then you want to let go, but if your palm is jammed too
Yeah.
tight, you can't, even when you let go, you're stuck. The other one was, what would you say? There's that one. And then, oh yeah, like sometimes you can do things to just stick people into chokes. But if they're really hunkered down tight, it can be hard. Like even if you get a hand in there to get, like I need to get this up higher and then you get this over and they just keep jamming into you here. And then that's, yeah, doing stuff to shove their head out of the way, get frames, bring your knees up to their armpits. And sometimes it's just a pain. You just like, they just stall out and you just gotta squirm around a bunch until you can find an angle to pop their elbows around. That should give you plenty to work with. Hope it helps.